Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ninodini binti Aziz. My ID number is AM 201100A and 118. Okay, so today I want to introduce to everyone about the movie that I choose. It is Gan Upin dan Ipin Pengembaraan Bermula. Okay, so this is the actor of Gang Upin and Ipin. First, Amir Izwan as a Badrul. Second, Nurfatiah as Upin and Ipin, then Kin Yopin as a Lim and Kanarajan as a Raju, and Balkis Fadullah as a Kak Ros. Okay, so the introduction about the movie. The title is Gan Upin and Ipin Pengembaraan Bermula. Year of the movie is 29,000. The director of the movie is Muhammad Nizam Abdul Razak. The date release is 12 February 20 and 19,000. Okay, the language, it is Melayu and English. Sponsor is from MDEC and My Motion Remember Heart. Okay, the summary of the movie is the movie begins with Badro, who is watching the news, who is covering news about the sudden disappearance of the durians. A newscaster interviews Badro's grandfather. It is Tok Dalang about the previous night a durian field, but something managed to eat and leave the durians shell completely clean. Tok Dalang and locals dub the something as a durian ghost since it unknown of or what it's eating the durians late at night. Badro, who is skeptical and wanted to learn if the rumors of the durian ghost is true, at the same time visit his grandfather, so he takes Lim to go to the village with him the next day. In the village, Upin and Ipin are playing in Uncle Mutu's outdoor restaurant, while Sally is impatiently waiting for her pastries. Mak Uda, called Opah by Upin and Ipins as she is their grandmother, arrive. The twins greet Opah, who tells them to come home with their older sister, Kak Rose. Opah then asks Sally to see if she had finished making her clothing and usher to fit it. As Sally tells Opah that she could not finish sewing the clothes simply because the buttons keep popping out and it's ruining her nails. After Sally complains about Opah, Opah then asks the Tong about the news of the durian ghost, but Tong claims the durian ghost to be unreal. Opah claims Tong that he's never believed in anything. Sally leaves as she lost her appetite as Singh and Pak Mail drop Badro and Lim on the shop. The two then decide to ask Uncle Mutu for direction to Tok Dalang house since Badro has not been in the village for a while, and he doesn't remember that way to his house, but due to Uncle Mutu poor direction. At night, Tok Dalang tells about the durian ghost. Badro and Lim are sleeping, but Lim wants to go to the bathroom. Tomorrow, they are going to the orchard with Raju's wagon. Upin and Ipin and Raju also are riding a leaf, and they found a frog named Opet. Kak Ros, Badro and Lim found them at night. They go to the camp base. A monster is chasing them, and they go to the cave. Tok Dalang, Opah, Uncle Mutu and Uncle Tong is going to the orchard for finding them. The reveal was Opet has been eating durian. Opet tells Raju to find his mother. Badro and Lim are kidnapped by Uncle Singh. It is disguised as a monster to the cabin. Raju is sneaking to the cabin that Uncle Singh and Pak Mail have some plans for haunting the orchid. They save Badro and Lim, and they excited the cabin. However, Opet is helping his mother, but Pamail catches him. But his mother is attacking Pamail and Uncle Sim for wanting to kidnap Opet. They escape, but his mother is chasing them. They go to the cave, and they go to the cave again, and Opet tells them to run while Opet's mother is fighting the monster. They say to the Opet goodbye before finding Upin Ipin Badrul, Lim and Raju, and they discuss that Abang Saleh is inside the cabin to follow Uncle Sin and Pak Mail plans. Okay, the signification of movie. The purpose of this paper is to identify elements of education or elements that are found in Upin and Ipin animated cartoons multimedia materials. It is seen to be able to provide good value and give a hard impact on the education of primary school pupils. Here's animation plays a significant role in making the presentation of certain information to be more appealing. This is important to ensure the pupils are able to attentive and not to be bored during the teaching and learning process, and the same time receive continuous knowledge. This research which capitalize on the constructivism theory. According to Post and Wigner, 1969,000, constructivism is a new form of knowledge about knowledge and how man acquires knowledge. This new standpoint makes the assumption that students do not only receive knowledge passively from their teacher but also construct their knowledge from their interaction with their surroundings. Constructive learning holds a position where students create their own knowledge or concept based on their existing knowledge and experience. Analysis of the movie. Child development theory focuses on explanation how children change and develop throughout childhood. The theory centers on various aspects of development, including social and emotional and cognitive growth. The study of human development is a rich and diverse subject. We all have personal experience with development, but sometimes it's hard to understand how and why people grow, learn, and actually the way they do. The development of child that occurs from birth to adult has been largely ignored throughout human history. Throughout this Upin and Ipin movie, it can be seen that a child named Upin and Ipin has some of their negative traits as a child. He likes to tease Tok Dalang grandson is Badrul and another friend is Lim. Upin and Ipin, who are Opa's grandchildren, sometimes do not listen to their grandmother. Worse is Opa and their sister Kak Ros. Cognitive theory deals with the development. One of the thought process is also look at how this thought process affect the way we understand and interact with the work development. His cognitive theory seeks to explain the development of thought process and mental states. Okay, the conclusion. In conclusion, Upin and Ipin have clearly demonstrated the importance of animation and the importance of culture, illustrating the art of how it communicates with the audience to provide entertainment. It has conveyed a strong message through narrative, character and background archetype, motif or metaphor that clearly highlight the importance of culture and unity in the country. This year 50,000 Malaysian Independent Day celebration or the Merdeka celebration use Upin and Ipin officially icon that symbolize the unity and solidarity of this country. In the most, if not all, animation culture is reflected through different mediums. Some are reflected by the physical presentation of the character or background, some are reflected by the visual object in the animation, and even the language they speak. Since the beginning of animation, people have used what they understand and compare around them to develop plot and narrative. Animation is like an Upin Ipin are not on rise will probably continue in the near future. It is a goal it is a go It is a global trend that if better understood, we can reap more benefits from Malaysian animated identity, and Upin and Ipin can be social source of strong influence, but what is also important is the fact of the culture and identity of a nation can be shared through classes. So that's all for me. Thank you.